I would come home and I would strip off my dress clothes and I would get into my sweats and my messy bun. So I would dress up all day long for other people, but what did my husband get? And I gotta tell you, when I started showing up, I made the decision that if our marriage was gonna last, it was gonna start with me. I made that decision. He moved to our guest bedroom. He opened up a separate bank account. He told me, I want a divorce. We married the wrong people. I would make him dinner and he would come up and he would say, why are you making me dinner? I am not eating with you. Stop. And I showed up. Our marriage was completely healed, saved, restored. I said, what changed? And he said, when you changed, even though the way I was treating you and you kept treating me with grace and love and forgiveness, I thought, wow, what a gift. There's no way I can let this go. And I tell you all that to say, even the impossible situations are possible, but it starts with you.
And kudos to you, because you went and fixed something that you felt you were doing wrong in the relationship. Now, there were probably a lot of things that he was doing wrong in the relationship, but you said, I'm not going to focus on him. I realized that I haven't been showing up for him in the same way that I've been showing up for my job, for everybody else. I have not been giving him the same respect, and I'm going to change that. So basically going back and correcting your mistakes.
Guys, have y'all seen the video of the man walking around Costco asking husbands to rate their experiences of going to Costco with their wives? And a lot of them are like 0 out of 10, 0 out of 10, 0 out of 10. And all these women are stitching it, talking about, oh my God, your husband doesn't appreciate quality time with you. Your husband doesn't love you. Your husband must hate spending time with you. Like, bitch, shut the fuck up. Like, one woman was like, your husband must be gay if he doesn't want to spend quality time with you. Bitch, it's not about it's not about hating spending quality time with their wives. It's about the overall experiences of being in fucking Target with your wife. Because here's the thing. If I ask my husband right now, which he's on a work trip right now, so I can't. But if I ask him right now, I can guarantee you he's going to say a fucking solid 0 out of fucking 10. A negative fucking 52 out of fucking 10 at this point. Because I'm very self-aware of how the fuck I am in any store, okay? I'll walk into an aisle and stand there for 35 fucking minutes, picking up and putting down the same fucking item 14 times before I decide not to get it. Okay? The overall experience of going to fucking any store with me is not fucking fun. But it does not mean that my husband doesn't love the fuck out of me and wouldn't do anything for me, like stomaching going to fucking Target with me. You know what I mean? Like, are y'all fucking so insecure in your own fucking marriages that you have to sit there and think, oh my God, he rates the experience with me 0 out of 10. He must fucking hate me. Like, bitches, what? Grow the fuck up. Find security in your fucking marriage and call it a fucking day. Like, Jesus goddamn fucking Christ. Y'all are fucking out of fucking control. Fuck.
It's your body done, and that's on period.
Just another day in the office. Viewer discretion is advised.
Girls about to go for round 2. Like, it's them hip dips, fill them in. Them girls, get them filled up.
You don't feel like that's a dangerous, like,
no,
narrative?
I'm not promoting no dangerous.
It's like the most dangerous procedure
right, so
you can
make
get.
sure you don't got none of that.
What's none of that?
Whatever that could hold you back. No, make sure you get checked by your primary doctor. Make sure that you good.
You have to go through a complete check before you even get any type of surgery. Your doctor will tell you, listen, you're not good for the surgery.
So, but my thing is, you want to do that, just go do that. Like,
and to think, a lot of them that go and get this procedure think and act just like this woman here. Her words are, it's a good investment. And just make sure you don't have none of that. None of that. Her words, not mine. They proceed to ask her, what is none of that? She said, go check in with your primary doctor. Make sure that you are cleared to have this procedure. Then one of the young women say, there are women that are advised by their doctors to not have the procedure. And her response is, if that's what you really want, just go get it anyway. And to think, this is actually who some of y'all follow. And if you were to have the audacity to call her insecure, she would probably tear you a new one.
I'm not gonna lie, it's a good investment. Your confidence is gonna go way up. Like, I always felt like I was hurt. Like, I've been hurt. Like, had all of that, been driving that.
Maybe I'm not understanding. How are you her and you gotta go and get surgery to enhance the way you look? You couldn't possibly be her. You were insecure, you felt inferior, so you felt the need to go enhance yourself to be that woman. When in reality, all you really did was put your life on the line for a surgery that is going to go bad in a couple years. And you're going to regret the very day that you made the decision to get such a bullshit procedure for some shit that gives you a false sense of confidence.
It's a good investment. What would you say your return on investment is since you got your DBI?
Like a different crowd, a different like just a lot of stuff. I feel like I don't know, like I feel like
The return on her investment is a different crowd. Translation, I'm getting fucked up by scammers, athletes, and entertainers. Not that any of them are taking me seriously, but they're fucking me for sure. They might even fly me out, put me on a private jet, maybe a boat in Miami, send me a couple dollars occasionally, but at the end of the day, I am just a piece of meat to these men. I put my life on the line to be a piece of meat to entertainers, actors, and athletes. This is what she's encouraging women to do. When I tell you misery loves company, they will get you to sign up for some bullshit in the worst way. It doesn't matter who you are. They're going to make you believe that that is the way. And they'll say you some bullshit like, it's a great investment. It's going to boost your confidence. It's going to bring you around a different crowd. And the one part about it that always baffles me, they never tell you the downside to the procedure that they got. They never mention the health complications. They never mention the pain. They never mention how their procedures flopped. Natural women, I want you to know we as men appreciate y'all. Please stay the way that God made you. Y'all keep the change.
They don't even think they're miserable. They think that, like you said, this is the way. Like, this is how I attract a different crowd. This is how I get the life that I'm looking for. A lot of these modern women are taking shortcuts. And they're wondering why, after they get to the end of the road, a man is standing there like, so you took the shortcut, huh? What do you mean? I can see you took the shortcut. We specifically said not to take the shortcut. Well, then why was the shortcut there? This is that. The shortcut was there because women like you decided they didn't want to follow instructions. And so they decided, we're going to make a pathway. We're going to cut. We're going to go in between. We're not talking about efficiency. We're talking about a shortcut. We're not talking about going through and learning a lesson and getting better at what you just learned. And then saying, okay, for the next trial or the next part of the journey and next part of the race, this is what I'm going to apply. And then you build that and you become a better person. Y'all are creating and taking shortcuts. And then when you get to the end, a man is saying, so what did you learn? And then you're giving him the answer and he said, no, you should have learned this, 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 and this. Oh, how could I not? How you know I didn't do right? I know you didn't do right because you didn't hit this checkpoint here. I didn't see you hit this checkpoint over here. I don't see signs of you hitting this checkpoint over here. So you must have taken a shortcut and done what you weren't supposed to do. You and all the other women that then gone through this course, y'all decided, oh, I don't really want to do all that. So I'm just going to go over here and make a little indentation or make a little pathway here or, dig a little hole over here. And it's easy. Ain't nobody going to know. Okay. And y'all get to the end and y'all realize, oh, shoot, maybe I should have followed directions like they told me to.
Tired of straight white men having the power and everything, and it's like we as women of color, as like students at this university, like we are very much capable of certain things and we don't have the same privileges that are offered to straight white men.
And I've been hearing that from a lot of the ladies that I've been talking to today. Talk to me about what some of those privileges are that, straight white men have that you don't have. Talk to me about that.
I think I don't really know. Have you ever experienced like a specific instance? No, nobody else would need to go. I know, I do need to go.
That's a prime example of how college kids are being completely brainwashed into thinking these things. These people are taught to hate, but they don't actually know what they're hating about. Maybe CNN didn't give her a script for this argument yet.
Look, y'all, the building hit the table and everybody got quiet. We at Chili's, not Mr. Child. Be serious. Nah, for real, y'all bitches supposed to be getting 15 bands for y'all taxes and you still splitting plates? How y'all bougie on Instagram but broke in real life? Girl, stop playing. Bree, you got a $300 wig on your head and can't leave $3. And Jasmine over here talking about she only ate 2 wings, so she shouldn't have to pay the whole slice. Baby, you drank half the picture. Quit playing.
She messy as hell, bro.
Messy? Nah, I'm honest. Bree still pretending her card on Do Not Disturb. You got 3 different Zelle requests pending. Just pay the damn $17.
Man, fuck you, Zai. You doing the most.
And Tiff keep rolling her eyes like Rent do the...
Do it. The front, like he did yours. Hurry up. Keep going. Keep going. He cheated. One more time. Spell cheat. Yeah, one more time. One more. Spell cheating on that shit. C-H. You forgot E-A-T-I-N-G. E-A-T.
This is the whole problem of our generation right here, man. You know, repaying evil for evil. I don't care who you are, man, women, circle in between. No reaction will always be the best reaction. You know, I'm preaching this for a very long time, you know, walking away. I don't care how bad it hurts, man. I don't care what's going through your head. Walk away. It don't matter what gender you are. Walk away. When someone cheats on you, that's just with your man, you move on with your life. That's it. You know what I mean? That the Bible taught me that, man. You know, Jesus taught me that. You know, we don't repay evil for evil. We let God, the judge, handle our problems. We let him handle our issues and the things that other people are doing to us, man. We respond with love. That's how Jesus changed me, man. I used to be the same way. You know, go, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. No. Walk away. Respect yourself and just do what's best for you, man. You know, and that's it. You know, work on yourself. Whether you're a man or a woman, you get up and you do what you need to do to improve your life. That's it. You know, you find someone better. Don't stoop to their level.
You know, number one, y'all might be outside of a place where they have cameras, so they gonna see you and the police gonna come. Number one. Number two, y'all are recording when they confiscate your phones for evidence. Y'all have recorded your crimes. So y'all will definitely be going to jail.
Let's take a blast to the moon, baby.
I just took your raggedy to Atlanta with me a month before and I paid for everything. Why the hell would I take you to DC and I have to still pay for everything? You're a bill. You're not helping me do anything.
Fam, I'm not gonna hold you. He left. No. That's the reason why he left. That's why he left. I don't understand why she did what she did, though.
I get it.
Because
she shouldn't have to pay for shit.
Nothing.
Y'all don't understand. Hello, y'all don't understand the patience that I had throughout that entire 3-year relationship.
But I'm just saying why I agree.
But I feel like you should have left before. Right. If you feel like he was a bill,
going to Atlanta.
But now let's dig a little deeper. Have he ever paid the bills when you was up? Was he just down at that moment where you was paying the bills? Or
let me just explain.
Let me
just remind us in this conversation. This was 10 years ago. 10 years ago. Let's just remember this was 10 years ago.
She said it 3 times.
I was
10
young.
years ago.
I was young. I was a little naive. I felt like I was in love, and I am super supportive. I'm super loyal. Like I'm a Taurus woman. Like that's, you know, like it's like embedded in us to be super loyal to our people.
Somebody in the comments says she didn't answer the question. I think the clip cut off before she answered the question. I'm hoping that eventually she did answer the question. We want to know, was there ever a time when he was up and you were kind of still on the come up that he did everything for you? Because this is the expectation for men in relationships.
This is some of the wildest dating rules I've ever heard.
These are my 2026 dating rules. If you have kids or you want kids, you're cut. If you tie your shoelaces with 2 loops, you're cut. If you're a crypto bro, cut. If you can't read out loud, cut. If you're a sloppy drunk, cut. If you say espresso, cut. If you live at your parents' house still, cut. If you don't floss, cut. If you wear a sports jersey with another man's name on your back, you're done. If you haven't gone to therapy, done. If you watch the news a lot, you're cut. If you can't regulate your own emotions, cut. If you can't lead me in an airport, cut. If you don't like pineapple on pizza, you're cut. If you don't work out, cut. If you have a nicotine addiction, cut. And to go with that, if you're on that Coke diet and not the one you drink, cut. If you play video games, you're fucking cut. If you can't build a fire and keep it going outside, cut. What? If you haven't solo traveled, cut. If you breathe with your mouth open, cut. If you can't build an IKEA dresser, you're cut. And if you can't back up a trailer.
Here's one thing to know. The crazy part is she has smashed a whole bunch of dudes that can't do none of that shit that she's writing in that dumbass book of hers. Now her preferences has gone up for all the guys that have hit that are part of that book. You know, maybe every single thing in that book is part of another dude's, you know, something she didn't like about him, but she smashed him anyway. So all the meats of what she doesn't want has been in her, and now you have to pay for all the other guys that came before. This is gross. Whether she's real or not, she's put putting her face out, which is not all that cute, by the way, and putting her preferences out there, which is fine. You can have all the preferences you want, but this chick right here, used, abused, and is gonna be, you know, hopefully not somebody's wife, but eventually someone's gonna scoop this up thinking she's the greatest thing since sliced bread, and whoo, buddy, I got some news for you. You probably won't make it past page 2.
I'm 40, so I'm mature, I'm grown, and I give big wife energy, okay? I don't just cook his food and make sure his drawers are clean. No, I cultivate environments of love, okay? And support, okay? When my man comes home, I greet him at the door. Yeah, that means if I'm laying down, I get up and I go greet my man when he walks through that door, okay? Not only do I lotion his back for him every single day, I hand him his towel every time he steps out that shower. Yeah, I'm his helpmate in all things. If he took out the trash, I ain't got a problem putting the trash bag back in. Okay? It's big wife energy. Period.
Now, you don't have to do this for a man. Personally, if somebody were to, it's nice, but personally, if somebody were to, I walk in the door from work, I get home from work, right? And then I go and find her wherever she is in the house. She might be working, taking care of the kids. I go in there and I get a, hey, how you doing? A pleasant experience, right? You don't got to wait on that man hand and foot. Just be waiting on him. Hey, here's your towel or whatever it is. It'd be nice to cook him some dinner, right? If you're at the house all day, you're not really doing anything. You're not busy. You got some time. Just throw something in the crock pot or something like that, or something in the oven to make it for both of y'all. But yeah, you know, make the experience pleasant.
I never once said to that nigga, oh, well, what you won't do, the next nigga will. Bitch, where is he at? Where? You know how much work and how much shit I had to put in for that nigga to do the shit that he's doing? Niggas ain't just out here just doing that.
Honey.
Like,
you talking that shit?
Man.
Nah, real shit. Like, bitches think that shit happen like,
But a nigga gotta actually like you, first of all.
Yeah.
You can fuck, I can fuck with Future, and she can fuck with Future, and Future did way more shit for her than he ever did for me. Why? Because he actually liked that bitch.
Mm-hmm.
I was cool, but I like this one.
Mm-hmm.
So niggas gonna trick off on who they like the most.
Yep.
Nigga gotta actually like you, and some bitches ain't likable.
Ooh.
I'm one of them people. I ain't, a lot of people don't be liking me. It's cool. It's okay.
Why you say that? It's what you thinking.
I'm talking about as far as like females.
They might do. They just don't know you.
I don't know, cause in them comments they be not liking me.
At midnight in the hanging tree, are you coming to?
This is for those that happen to think that that little stunt was funny. I would actually like someone to explain to me why this is funny. Because yes, there are unfortunately some women out there that are afraid to walk alone at night. But I feel I should mention, because apparently this isn't well known, there are men that are also afraid to walk alone at night. And yes, I do understand that some women are going to argue that women have always been afraid to walk alone at night. So therefore, it's only reasonable that men understand what women have been going through. Okay. So you're assuming that they don't, simply because that they're men, that they don't understand that there's dangers out there in the world. So naturally, the most reasonable thing that some women could do would be to try to scare men into being afraid. What exactly good are you doing in the world?
So we ain't really never had no old money. We got a whole lot of new money though. My bitch is bad and bullshit bad. Cooking up dope with a Uzi. My niggas is savage, ruthless. We got that.
Absolutely love this video, which comes to no surprise because Georgie puts out the best, most wholesome gym content. But I always do the same thing. I always say, if I see you filming in the gym, your video becomes my video. I will jump in, hit a flex, do something funny, just like Nunzo does. So Nunzo, you absolute beast. Great job. Love to see it. You get a 10 out of 10 from me too, brother. But what Georgie says is true. There are so many reasons that people are intimidated of going to the gym. One of them being those big, scary gym bros. And as a big, scary gym bro of over 20 years now, I'm here to tell you, don't be intimidated. Get your butts in the gym. Those big scary gym bros are some of the sweetest, kindest, biggest teddy bears you will ever meet. Become friends with us. Don't be scared of us. And please ask us for help. We love it. Have a friendship just like these two. Go show Nunzo and Georgie some love and have an amazing, amazing Sunday.
Watch the Jezebel spirit leave me. I didn't know what I was playing around. Then I got saved and I became a disciple of Jesus Christ.
A Christian woman doesn't show sensual images of herself. She's not giving you her testimony. She's grifting. She's trying to build a so-called Christian brand, and in order to get clicks, she shows videos of herself like that. If you're dating a woman based on her finding God and living a repentant life, there has to be some evidence of change. She doesn't have to look as if she turned Amish, but a godly woman will be different from other women. And don't get tripped up on super specific standards for modesty. It's a simple rule of thumb. A repented woman will be more modest than other women. To the extent you'll notice it, it'll stand out, and her interest will change. She won't be obsessed with celebrity culture, for example, and so on. There could be a long list, but there will be a noticeable difference. But if she's posting sexy videos and pictures online for everyone to see, that is not a Christian woman.
I understand some of these ladies want to show the transformation, but some things you don't have to show. You just don't. We'll take your word for it. Just give us your testimony.
Men with no hose. Where are you? What are you?
Gym, working, taking care of responsibilities and priorities, possibly building businesses, trying to leave behind a legacy, building the life that they want so they can establish the future necessary. And some of them are even so lost that they're kind of just trying to figure out what to do with their life. But a vast majority of the good men out there who don't have any hoes, they're just doing life. And they're trying to do everything possible that they can in order to have a better quality of life so that way they can have the future that they desire. And I would bet that every day that you go out, you probably pass one of those dudes. But they in their lane, with their head down, minding their business, grinding and doing their thing because they don't want to waste time or play games. And I would say a vast majority are probably waiting to find the right quality of woman to invest into because, like I said, they're tired of games.
You know, guys, this woman is a genius. She 100% gets it. Because you know what? Real guys now are not sitting out at bars and drinking all night or sitting online or doing all the things that are unproductive. Most of them are sitting at the gym. They're working through all their issues, all their problems. They're beating on their craft, right? They're getting up early in the morning and getting a good workout in. They are self-care. They are investing in themselves in terms of seminars and books and everything else. Because the real men out there want to move forward. They want to build a family. They want to have a foundation. They want to be the men and the fathers that they're supposed to be. That's where they are. They're not sitting at bars. They're not sitting out and doing things that are unproductive. So ladies, if you want to find a real man, go to the gym. Love it.
So we were drinking a lot last night, and I have to admit, I hooked up with Carrie's cousin. And I was like, okay, all right, we're even now. It's fine. Let's get back together. And we did. And the next day he goes, I had this weird dream. Carrie's cousin became famous. Go look in the newspaper. And there was this big write-up about her that she was playing a ghost in that show Medium that Jennifer Love Hewitt was in. I don't even remember it. I was like, whatever. So I kind of would just Google her throughout like high school and college, and I'd be like, this bitch better not go anywhere. And I would ask my friends, like, do you recognize this name? And they'd be like, no, you're kind of obsessive. And I remember one time in college, my friends came up to me and they go, remember that girl you're obsessed with? And I'm like, yeah, but she's no big deal. And they're like, yeah, well, she's starring in this movie called Hunger Games. And I go, that sounds fucking lame. Hunger Games, that's a Tuesday for me.
Shut
the
fuck up.
Another thing that girls don't seem to understand is that a man know that you've had another man. They don't want to know that shit, though. Don't let them find out. Don't let another nigga hit your phone. Don't let another nigga remind nothing. No, come back, nothing. He's going to lose his shit. Yes, he know you've had a boyfriend before him. He don't want to know that shit, though. That's what made niggas not want to fuck with y'all no more. Y'all be thinking, oh, it was in the past, it was in the past. Yeah, but now it's in y'all face, and now it's reminding him that you was his bitch. Now it's like he fighting for his bitch all over again. Y'all understand? It's deeper with a man. It'd be more embarrassing. They headspace be somewhere else. They think different, bro. So it's different. Like with us, we know our man that had another girl. In our eyes, he our man now. Fuck it, you know? But it's different with niggas. They take shit different, folks. I'm just telling y'all. Y'all, if you get it, you get it.
Every man that I've been with has always paid for everything.
You got a man now?
Not right now, no.
Why not?
Because I live in Miami, and I told myself I wanted to be single and learn how to properly love myself and focus on being alone for a little bit.
Tell me what happened in your last relationship. Why y'all not together?
It was a great relationship. I feel like finances became an issue. Like he didn't do so well financially.
Oh, listen, y'all hear that? Read in between the lines.
No, but he still was a great guy.
Whoa. I hear you. But I'm just saying, read in between the lines. When the financial trouble started with him is when you said, you know what, I don't know if I want to be in this relationship.
Well, he for me specifically, I felt like instead of him relying on working with me to make money when it was starting to get low, he chose to use his friends. And that wasn't a team.
You see what happens when your bag get low? And this is why I say this. Let me tell you something. Let me give you my perspective. I tell dudes this, right? The reason I'm not going to do anything for a woman for a long period of time is so I know if she like me or do she like my money. Because a lot of people, they get married or they get in a relationship, and as soon as they fall off, the woman is no longer happy because they didn't really like you. They like the lifestyle. If I want a woman to like me, I can't provide a huge lifestyle for her because she might fall in love with the lifestyle.
If that man wakes up at 4, 5, 6 a.m. to go to work, he better not be waking up to an alarm, sis. That man best be waking up to your mouth, breakfast made, his lunch packed, his clothes folded, ready for work, and he better get a good start to his morning. No fucking alarm, sis.
Should a woman settle for a man just because he has potential?
A lot of these ain't got potential. You just have dreams. What I mean by that is a lot of these men have never showed you they have potential to do anything monumental. And you always put these dreams in your mind of what these men could be. That's not what potential is. Maybe we need to flip through a dictionary. Potential means I've made steps towards being a better person. Y'all keep accepting the fact that you want them to be a better person and you just see that in them. So the thing about it is you shouldn't accept a man for potential nor your dreams. Get you a man who's doing it.
Here's the thing about potential. Potentially that man can be your husband and the father of your children. A man that's going to love you for years to come. A man that when you call on him, he's going to be there. Or the potential is he can f your heart up, waste your time, break your spirit and your confidence, make you trip over your self-worth and doubt that. When you talk about potential, you always using the best case scenario instead of oftentimes the most realistic one. Because I'm going to tell you, if that man had the capability to take care of your heart without breaking it, why the f he fumbled it in the first place? If that man was actually what you deserve now, why can't he be that? I guess what I'm saying is, instead of thinking about his potential, think about yours. Think about when you become the best version of yourself, would you settle for a man that expects to get you off the clearance rack? Because here's the thing, when you shopping for potential, that's accepting it with an IOU. You letting a man put your heart on layaway because you don't price yourself accordingly. You think that you can't get a man that's ready now, so you settle for a man that maybe can be ready later. I guess what I'm saying is, if you was popping like you thought you was popping, why can't you find a man that's ready now?
Sheesh. Who you talking to? One of them you talking
somebody.
to?
I'm talking
you
to somebody.
You talking to somebody.
I'm talking to somebody.
Hey, but
the guy looked like Morris Chestnut or Idris Elba, and he's got potential. Potential to do what? The man is going to sling the D and he's going to walk out. That's it. You know that man wasn't going to do nothing for you.
You're too ugly to be asking this, dude. I'm sorry.
You're right.
I'm
okay.
sorry.
Yeah. You don't have.
I'm currently single.
Oh, it's my birthday.
It's your birthday? How old? How many years?
25.
25? That's a good year.
Well, how old are you?
I'm 21 years old.
Do I have a chance to get your number?
I don't know. That age gap might be.
Ain't no age gap. Bruh, you know you ain't got no business out there looking like that, dog. Come on now. Come on.
And one of the reasons I can never date a man who's not more ambitious than me is because imagine asking a man what he did all day and he said nothing much. chilling. Meanwhile, I'm fighting a serious cold. My sinuses are messed up. My head has been hurting. And on top of that, severe cramps. All I wanted to do today was lay in the bed. But here I am, fully dressed, full glam, hair done, makeup done, dress on, 3 meetings, and I made multiple 4 figures today.
So you got up, put makeup on, went to 3 business meetings, and you think you're better than the guy who says, you know what? I'm going to take a chill pill today. I'm not really going to do much. He ain't qualified to date you if he's not more productive. So you had 3 business meetings today. He has to have 4 or more. You know, I've never heard a broke ass bitch come on the internet and says, I'm not productive enough, so he shouldn't date me yet. He should wait until I am more productive to date me. Instead, they sit on their lazy ass and wait for a successful, productive man to take care of them. But now when she's quote unquote leveled up, she can't date a man unless he's more productive than her. Not a lazy man, because he could be working. He could be doing shit. No, that's not good enough. He has to be more productive than me.
The most disciplined man I think I've ever seen broke up with me last year, and it changed my life. So I got into the first fully committed relationship that I'd been in 7 years. And the relationship was great with a really phenomenal human being. And he was hands down the most disciplined person I think I have ever met. He got up at 4:30 every day. He got into the Word. He did his running and his exercises. And he was just very, very disciplined. Went to bed every day at 8 o'clock. And initially, whenever I was exposed to this, I was like, wow, this guy is like really pretty intense. But as I watched the payoff day in, day out of that level of discipline, I started thinking, man, Ashley, like, I don't think you've ever even experienced discipline, and you certainly haven't been disciplined, not really. And I don't think most of us have, if we're being honest. So this discipline ultimately led to him breaking up with me because he was pursuing a much higher education degree, and he needed to focus on that, and he knew that he was not going to be able to juggle everything he was juggling. And while that was awful for me, as I have taken months and months and stepped back and really evaluated it, the whole people are in your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. I've always not been super stoked because I've had lots of reasons and lots of seasons, but no lifetimes. But in this case, I was and am so thankful that I had a front row seat to what that level of discipline can do in your life. Because ultimately, whenever you do what the Bible says and purpose in your heart, you make this the plan and you stick to the plan, beautiful things come of that. So I was able to implement some systems and structure in my career that has benefited me. I have gotten much, much more disciplined in the gym and have ultimately finished losing 100 pounds. I'm the leanest and the healthiest I've been in probably 25 years. And it's all because I was able to witness discipline. So I encourage you to really pause and think to yourself, do I know what discipline looks like for real? And am I willing to make the sacrifices that I need to make in order to be disciplined? Because at the beginning of the year, we all set these goals and we're like, yay, we're going to do this. But it's the discipline that does it. It's not the intention. It's the action behind the intention. And I'm not really sure why I'm sharing this other than I hear about all these people who start New Year's resolutions and then fall off. And it's because discipline is hard and discipline is boring and discipline is repetitive, but discipline pays off. And if you're in one of those relationships that may have ended and you're like, crap, I'm so tired of it being a reason or a season. Also pause and think, what did this teach me? Because I can carry that forward and ultimately be better off because of it.
Who the fuck told us women that we should weigh 120 pounds?
Women tell women that they're supposed to weigh a certain amount. Women tell women they're supposed to look a certain way. Y'all hop on fucking social media, you see all these fucking fake bodies, all these bodies that people have fucking paid for, and you immediately think that's how you have to fucking look. Some of y'all give yourselves fucking body dysmorphia because you scrutinize your own fucking bodies based off of what you see on fucking social media. That's stupid, and then y'all want to throw that volley at men. Talking about, oh, men want this type of woman. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Women are the reason why all these fad fucking diets are still around. Why Herbalife is still around. Why keto is still around. Why all this fucking tea drink that I see on fucking TikTok. No real fucking man gives a fuck about that shit. We don't care about fucking stretch marks or potholes or craters. I ain't never seen a real fucking man turn down a fucking oatmeal cream pie or a fucking Star Crunch. Why all this fucking tea drink that I see on fucking TikTok. No real fucking man gives a fuck about that shit. We don't care about fucking stretch marks or potholes or craters. I ain't never seen a real fucking man turn down a fucking oatmeal cream pie or a fucking Star Crunch.
Can you turn a hoe into a housewife? You guys are going to be surprised. I don't care if you guys date slut women. I really don't have any problem with it. Like, if you guys want to date women who are very promiscuous, if they make you happy, I'm not here to judge you. I really am not. Are they statistically more likely to cheat on you? You guys know the answer is obviously yes, but it doesn't mean they will. It really doesn't. Like, if you found a girl who was just exactly your type physically, and she used to be a hoe, and you guys move off to a cabin in Wyoming, she's probably not going to cheat. If there's not a lot of stimulus, she has your kids, she's probably not going to cheat. Or maybe she was doing a bunch of drugs and alcohol and she's quit and she's been sober for several months, several years. Maybe you could get that girl go from a hoe to a housewife. I'm not saying you can't do it, but my whole thing is like, I just know too many guys who are totally fine dating women who are promiscuous. That's how you feel. That's fine. I don't think it's a moral justification. But if you're asking me, hey, Michael, I want to be in a relationship that I want to be more stable and less likely to get cheated on, then my answer would be to date a less promiscuous woman. And my answer is based on the evidence that is provided by the IFS and the GSS and several other studies that show that women with more sexual partners before they're married are more likely to cheat. And by the way, so are men, but women are actually more likely to cheat because of previous sexual partners. It's almost 2 to 1 than men are.
Yeah, it has been confirmed. These don't want no bitch who has a brain. This just told me, oh, I would with you, but you too strict and I need peace over my life. No, bitch, you want a hoe who just gonna let you do what the you want to do. And it's not that.
You just making content, huh? Because that didn't make no sense. Men don't want women with a brain, and that equates to you being strict because he want to do what he want to do. Now, I will say, fellas, if you're going to get into a relationship, there's going to come a time where you just can't do what you want to do because you have other people who depends on you. You have other people's lives to take into account. But it still can be a woman being too strict or anybody being too strict because a lot of y'all get into a relationship and think you own that person. Now, since you with me, you can't do none of the stuff you used to. You can't do none of it. You can't hang with your friends. You can't go to no lounge. You can't do this. You can't do that. You can't do this. You can't do that. Now it's just me and you in the house or me and you together all the time. And you wonder why they start sneaking away and being with other people on you. Because you're trying to be so strict. Because when you was a child, the strictest parents had the worst kids. Think about it. The strictest parents had the worst kids. They sneaking out the house. They get into all type of shenanigans because they didn't have no leeway to actually experience anything. So they had to sneak and do it. And when they were sneaking and do it, they didn't know how to do it. And they got in more trouble than the people who were just doing it. Take these and be cool.
No, they don't want somebody who's going to keep up constant drama, which is what you're trying to do. Well, I got a brain. I can talk and this. You sure can. If we having a discussion, for sure. But what you want to do is walk around the house creating problems. And I don't want to have to deal with that.
Deal with the nigga saying, because it's like, a female don't got to give money to feel like you doing something in a relationship. It's like, build me up. You see what I'm saying? Like, speak life into me. Like, that's like my way of you paying your 50-50 of the bills. Like, just talk to me and tell me that I could do this shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't leave me here having to feel like, damn, am I doing right? Or is this really appreciating what I'm fucking doing? Because I'm already doing everything. So it's like, at least make me feel like, oh yeah, you that nigga, boy. Tell me I'm that nigga, because ain't nobody else, there's nobody else in the world that's gonna tell me that I'm that nigga except you. You feel me? So it's like, that's, oh yeah, and just give me head too. Like, if you
Listen up. If your girl has done any of these things, you're like in a serious relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend, committed. If she has done any of these things, it's a red flag and you need to break up with her expeditiously, immediately. Tune in. If your girl has gone on girls trips while you've been in a relationship, break up with her. 9 times out of 10, she's going with her friends who are single. And her friends who are single are looking for attention from men. They're not going on these girls trips for spa days, getting their nails done, shopping. That might be part of the girls' trip, but that ain't the only thing she's doing. Her toxic friends are in her head saying, oh, you don't need her, you don't need that man, come be outside with us. The outside single life is where it's at. They're getting in her head. Break up with her, because she gonna end up breaking up with you. Number 2, she constantly gaslights you, or she's very combative. Every little thing that you say, she has a response. And it's not like a sweet response. It's a very, defensive response. You say, hey, babe, can you just clean your hair out of the shower? It's stuck in the drain. Her response is, well, I would if you would take out the trash every Friday. It's very combative. Feminine women are not combative. We live a soft era. We don't do all that extra shit. If she's being extra and just has an attitude for no reason, she's too comfortable. She needs a reality check. Break up with her. Number 3, if she has any male friends, I don't care if she knew them since preschool, middle school, high school, any male friends, break up with her. Break up with her because she's using her male friends as a backup. I don't give a crap. Those are her backup plans in case you fuck up. Don't be stupid.
I've just confirmed it. Oh yeah, that's some pussy. Either I'm being pranked or this is the worst, most random day of my life. I just let a woman borrow my hairbrush in the bathroom. She asked me when I was outside eating my food, hey, do you have a hairbrush I can borrow? And I said, yeah, sure. I got it out of my bag. I gave her the hairbrush. She said, I'm just going to go to the bathroom and brush my hair. Obviously, that's fine. There's a mirror in there. She comes out. She puts the hairbrush on the table and I finish my food. I come to get back in the car and then I see this on and down my hairbrush. Can somebody confirm what the fuck that is?
That's a 30-something-year-old white woman. To be honest with you, ma'am, you look like you licked it. You tasted it. You like nothing wrong with that. I think it's beautiful. But why would you lick the brush? Like you already think that. You want to verify the taste. You want to ascertain that it was. So you tasted it. And you knew immediately it was kush. But that's gone.
I mean, why didn't you just wash it off? Throw it away. You're still handling it right now. You're still handling it right now.
I want things like, oh, F girls are whores, but I'm a virgin.
I know. Do you collab with guys though?
Yeah, of course.
Wait, so then how are you a virgin?
Because it's for work. I'm filming. It's kind of like a tax write-off. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't count.
It doesn't count.
Oh my fucking Linda. Can we make podcast equipment more expensive so motherfuckers like this can't get a hold of it? I mean, one thing I'll never understand is girl math. That doesn't even make any fucking sense. You suck, dude.
That's like a guy. That happens to men all the time, you know. It's like falling for a hoe. You know, you like her, but deep down you really don't respect her because she don't respect herself. But you can end up liking the things she do for you, and then you start liking that, but then you gotta realize that, you know, deep down in your soul, you don't trust her because you know how she get down. The same thing you can love is the same thing you can hate by a person.
That's most likely. That's most times the thing.
If you don't have the desire to pour into a man on a daily basis, then stay single, because a man is going to provide what's needed on a daily basis. Therefore, he deserves a woman who knows how to nurture and pour on a daily basis without being asked.
Women gotta be lying about period pain. I haven't seen a stud complain yet. They gotta stay in character. I haven't seen a blue ball yet. They hold it in like a fart, I hear. Studs are too angry to have pain. They're delusional. They be moaning when they're stressed. W rage bait.
There are currently grown men making jokes about how 90% of women, if they take away food stamps, Section 8, this, that, and the third, all types of government assistance, 90% of women will fold in a week. Mind you, these are the same men that don't take care of their kids, which is the reason why half of these women are on government assistance.
How is it his fault that you're on assistance? Like, you had the same 24 hours that everybody else had. So, baby, you're on assistance because that's the life that you chose. Stop trying to put that on somebody else.
Half of these men don't watch their kids. There's daycare. Half of these men aren't on child support or don't have a job to pay their child support fucking payments. But they talking about 90% of women will fold if the government shut all their assistance down. I want y'all to know something. The way that y'all want women to not only fall flat on our faces, but y'all want us to fall flat on our faces so we can prove that we need men while y'all still don't be the men that we fucking need.
At some point, you got to take accountability of your own life and stop pointing fingers. What does that say about the women that chose these deadbeats? Like, there are so many women out here that are single moms that's making that shit work without assistance and without the deadbeat dad. I'm not saying it's okay for them to do that and all of that, but we as women have to take accountability for our own lives and stop pointing the finger at everybody else saying it's their fault, it's their fault, it's their fault. No, baby, it's your fault. You decided to have that baby. You decided to be in a position that you're in and you're not trying to make it out the position. So stop pointing the finger, baby. Go look in the mirror. That's the finger you should be pointing.
Everybody be talking about how healers need protectors, but they don't tell you what the protector is supposed to look like. Boring. A very boring man. Yep, that man that just want to come home and play the game. That man that just go to work and come back home. That man that don't want much. Now, let's not get boring and lazy mixed up. This man is still going to be romantic. He's still going to court you. He's still going to love on you. Still going to take you one day. Still going to get you your flowers. But he don't care to be out and about. He don't care to be all in the streets and in everybody's face. He don't care to be at the clubs or out with his homeboys. That's a big one. That's a big one. This man is probably a homebody who likes to just be at home, play the game or watch the games. But his family is literally the center of his world. That's all he want to do is take care of his family and be with his family. A boring man grounds you. A boring man is going to keep you calm. Boring means stable. Boring means secure. Boring is comfortable and your nervous system is regulated. Boring means safe. So to be with a protector is to be with a boring, safe man.